shit like this that happened way too many times before. Hey boss, I hope you don't mind. I just don't want to listen. I'm black. I don't want to get shot. Okay, I've seen too many stuff like that.
Why would you say that?
I've seen a lot of movies. Okay.
Well, movies are all fake.
This guy is Shakel McClain. He's a TikToker and also a criminal who doesn't possess the ability to think. Not about consequences, not about the future, and certainly not about the innocent woman whose life he was about to destroy on an ordinary Tuesday morning in Tallahassee, Florida. It was November 4th, 2021. A 73-year-old woman showed up to work like she did every other day, just another shift at the Sam's Club on Dick Wilson Boulevard. She wasn't doing anything remarkable. She wasn't in the wrong place at the wrong time. She was just going to work. That's it. That's the whole story of what she did wrong. Nothing. Shakel McClain, then just 17 years old, had other plans. Officers arrived at the Sam's Club that night after the woman was found outside, sitting on a bench, bleeding from severe head injuries. She had a blank stare on her face and couldn't respond to their questions. The gray hair on her head, officers noted in their report, appeared red from the amount of blood. What had happened to her was savage. McClain had beaten her with a tree branch in the store's parking lot, resulting in multiple skull fractures and brain bleeding. Then he took her car and drove away. She was rushed to Tallahassee Memorial Healthcare's trauma center, where she underwent emergency surgery. Doctors confirmed she had sustained brain bleeding, severe head trauma, and her skull was fractured in several locations around her head. For what? A car. He nearly beat an elderly woman to death for a car. Several days later, Tallahassee police spotted the stolen vehicle and gave chase. McClain fled and briefly escaped, but he was arrested 6 days after the attack. The getaway, like the crime itself, was not exactly a masterclass in criminal genius.
Guess what Kelly was?
Shit like this that happened way too many times before. Hey boss, I hope you don't mind. I just don't want to listen. I'm black. I don't want to get shot. Okay, I've seen too many stuff like that.
Why would you say that?
I've seen a lot of movies. Okay.
Well, movies are all fake.
Yeah, but you also got bad people. I just want to make myself feel comfortable.
That's fine. Alright, we're going to talk to you. First, I just need to try to get some basic information from you to make sure I got everything spelled right and all that. What's your first number? Sorry, I'm tired. First name.
First name, Shakel, sir.
So you pronounce it Shakel?
Well, it's pronounced Shakel, but everybody says Shakel.
Shakel, okay.
It's just...
And your last name?
McClain, sir.
Date of birth?
January 5th, 2004.
So you're 16?
17, boss. I'm finna be 18.
Oh. It's been a long week, man.
Listen, it's okay. I just want to figure out what's going on.
That's fine. We'll talk. What's your current address?
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know my address like that.
Okay. Where are you supposed to be living at?
Here.
Here in Tallahassee? Okay. But you don't know your address?
Nah, I just know where to go. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of the type of people like, oh, when I see something I recognize, I know where I'm at.
Okay.
Do you know the name of the road?
Laura Lee.
Where you picked up today?
Yeah.
Laura Lee. Who lives there?
Well, it's my brother, my uncle, and my TT, but I was here, visiting because I got a baby on the way. I'm finna be 18 soon.
Okay.
So I came down here to, search for a little apartment and stuff to get stuff situated because I know taking care of a baby is a big responsibility. And I want to make sure my family, I got
Is your girlfriend here?
No, sir. She's actually finishing her school.
Where at?
She's in Georgia, sir.
In Georgia?
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
So Laura Lee, so you at the house where they picked you up from?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Because I was visiting,
Okay. You have a Florida driver's license, ID card? No? Okay. You know your social? You know your social?
Yes, sir.
What's that? phone number? You don't know your current phone number? But you have a phone. You don't know the phone number? Okay.
It sucks, I know. I don't really talk to too much people, to be honest with you. The only person I ever text is my girlfriend, to be honest.
Okay.
And my brother, that's it.
Alright, so right now you're under arrest, okay, so you're in custody and you're here at the Tallahassee Police Department. So before I can talk to you and ask you questions and you ask me questions and all that stuff, I gotta read your rights, okay? So, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements.
I can't afford no lawyer. I'm trying to make it like the rest of us.
Okay. Do you understand each of these rights I've explained to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Basically, what's saying is anything that I tell you guys can be held against me in court.
That is right. Have you previously asked any law enforcement officer today to allow you to speak to an attorney about what's going on?
No, I've asked the officer about what's going on.
No, I know, but did you say, hey, I want an attorney?
No, sir, not yet, no.
Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me right now?
Yes, sir, because I want to figure out what's going on.
Alright, just sign right there. Those are just what I read to you, and those are the yes and no questions that I just asked you. You can read over that.
There you go, boss.
What? So we got back to who's your legal guardian?
Well, like I said, I'm here to visit because I'm finding an apartment.
Okay.
So I'm staying with my brother. You know, I was just spending nights there, but I'm still looking
What's your brother's name?
Brendan, sir.
Brendan?
Yes, sir.
BREN.
DAN.
DAN. What's his last name?
I don't really too much known by his last name.
So he's not your brother?
No, he's not my blood, but we've known each other since little kids.
Okay, so who is your legal guardian?
My legal guardian, I'm visiting him.
No, that's not who you're visiting. Like, where your mom and dad, aunt or uncle, somebody, you're a juvenile. Somebody, last I know, you were in DCF's custody.
Yes, sir.
Department of Children and Families.
I'm here with them.
With DCF?
No. Visiting here, like I said.
I know, you're here visiting, but here's the thing, you're a juvenile. You're not an adult. So you either have to be in the custody of your parents.
That's the thing.
Or you were turned over to DCF and you've been in the custody of DCF.
My birthday's coming soon when I turn 18 and I'm here.
I know, but who right now who's responsible for you right now?
I'm with my titi, my brother.
He's not your real brother, so who's a family member that's supposed to be responsible for you?
Nobody, sir. That's what I'm telling you. I'm here.
So as far as DCF is concerned, who would they contact if they needed to do anything for you legally?
They'll probably put me in the system.
You were in the system.
They'll put me back in the system.
So you're not supposed to be in a group home or something right now? Because you were at a group home, but you're not anymore.
Well, I ain't been in a group home in a long time.
Like how long?
Long
like
time.
Beginning of this year?
No, way before this year.
So
I haven't been in no group home.
At all in 2021?
No, sir.
Okay. So, okay.
Shakel thinks he can present himself as a responsible young man, a soon-to-be father, apartment hunting, just visiting family. Every answer is calculated to paint a picture of someone with direction and purpose. But underneath the rehearsed narrative sits a 17-year-old with no address, no ID, no guardian, and no real plan. Just a story he's desperately hoping the detective believes.
2021?
No, sir.
Okay. So, okay. Where's Mama?
Mom gave me away at 2 years old.
At 3 years old?
2.
To who?
Well, she gave me away
to the state? Like, did she put you up for adoption, or?
Well, it's somehow type of way how I went through the court system, where she gave up her rights, which she gave me to one of her coworkers, but the lady who raised me passed away.
Okay, when was that?
That was a long time.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't say not long, but if I guess you can look at it.
If something happened to you and you were dead or in the hospital,
ain't nobody gonna care.
But who are we gonna call? Well, Brendan's not your brother. Like, do you have family members? Like a real aunt and uncle?
Listen, I'm gonna be real with you, boss. My mom, I don't know who my daddy is. My mom, like I told you, she gave me away at 2 years old. I'm here. I'm working, sir. I'm off today. I'm currently working.
Where do you work at?
I work at Taco Bell.
Which one?
Back that way, close to where I stay.
So the one down there on South Monroe in Orange?
Because my paperwork's supposed to be getting transferred.
To?
Here.
Paperwork from where?
From a Taco Bell transfer.
From where?
From Georgia.
From Georgia?
Yes, sir. I had to call and see if they can do a transfer, if that makes sense.
Right, to transfer just your place of employment from one Taco Bell to the other.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you were in Georgia?
Yes, ma'am.
Where at in Georgia? What city?
What city? I don't know. To be honest with you, I know I don't really too much think about my city like that. I just Georgia.
Do you know what city you're in right now?
Yeah, this is Tallahassee.
Okay.
I mean, because you got Tallahassee police.
No, I know, but you're from Tallahassee. You've been here before, like
visiting. Yeah.
I mean, you used to live here before, didn't you?
Not permanently, no. Visit,
okay.
Yeah.
So what cities have you lived in?
I've lived in Georgia. I've lived in Houston, Texas. I visit down here. I've been to Atlanta, Georgia. I've been to...
Not where you've been to visit, like where have you lived?
Like, yeah, like visit here. I've been to Atlanta, Georgia to stay. I've been to Orlando. I'd have been to Tampa.
Okay. So for you to tell Taco Bell to transfer your paperwork from Georgia to Florida, how are they going to know what Taco Bell you worked at?
Because I got the number to call.
Okay, and you don't know what city that was in, but you lived up there and worked up there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, you looking at me like it don't make no sense.
It doesn't. You're 17 years old.
Boss,
you're almost an adult. I mean...
Listen, like I told you, I don't know what's going on. You asked me all these questions. I'm trying to figure out why y'all got me in.
And we're going to get to that. I'm just trying to get some background on you to see.
I mean,
here's the thing. The reason I'm asking all these questions is because technically you're a juvenile, so we're supposed to try to call somebody because you're in custody and we're talking to you, but you don't really know who's supposed to. You know, I called DCF and we're trying to wait a call back from them. So I don't know who. You're a juvenile. Technically, somebody on paper with the state of Florida is responsible for you, whether it's DCF or somebody or a group home or an adopted parent or a caregiver, somebody, but you don't know who that is, right? So
have you been emancipated
as an adult?
I was trying to get in the process. Yeah,
okay, but that's not finished.
No.
Okay. So when did you? Okay, we'll broach that later. So you came to visit. When did you get into town?
I got into town, I think, a couple of days ago.
A couple of days ago?
Yes, sir.
So today is Wednesday, November 10th.
Wednesday, November 10th. I left. Okay, so here's how it goes. I came, so Wednesday, November 10th, the 11th. I came here and I went to the fair. I don't know. I got a ride and I went to the fair. I think 2 or 3 days ago.
Okay.
That's when I was at the fair. That's when I came down here. Because I went to the fair and was visiting and stuff. Then I left again, but then I came back.
So you got into town the same day you went to the fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I went to the fair possibly, if I'm not mistaken, around 8:35 or so at night.
Okay, but you don't know what day it was?
To be honest, I think 3 or 2 days ago.
2 or 3 days. So Today's Wednesday, so Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Which one of those days was it?
I'm probably gonna go with either between Saturday or Sunday.
Saturday or Sunday?
Yes, sir.
So you got into town the same day that you went to the fair?
Yes, sir, because I wanted to go to the fair, you know.
Cool. Who'd you go to the fair with?
Well, I got a ride with some other people. I didn't know. They were just being friendly and gave me a ride. So I took it. That was my free ticket for a ride, so I didn't have to walk.
So where did you get this ride at?
I was coming. Okay, so what's the street name? I think. I'm trying to think if this area. If you go over, do you know where Sienna Square is?
Yes.
Sienna Square. If you're coming back this way, I guess it's like I think it's Magnolia Drive or some place over there is where I got picked up.
How did you get from Sienna Square to Magnolia?
I walked. That's what I was saying. I walked from Sienna Square to Magnolia. I think that's over there by Circle K, right?
Sienna Square is off Capitol Circle Northeast.
Sienna Square, Magnolia Drive. I think that's the street. I don't know.
Magnolia is
right there by Circle K, right?
Well, there are a lot of Circle Ks.
There's a lot of Circle Ks.
And Magnolia
is a long Circle
street.
K to
What's the name? There's a
Sienna Square.
Yeah, that's why I'm trying to look. I'm bad with streets, so
that's fine. We'll work it out. Okay, so Sienna Square. When you come out of that apartment complex, right?
Yes, ma'am. You come. Depends. Well, you go straight out to the highway, and you hit that right, and you go straight down a little bit where Circle K is on your left side. Circle K should be on your left side. And I think it's a CVS on your right side where you're stuck at that light right there.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
And then you get on the left lane, and you take that left and you go straight out.
So you turned left? So
yes,
when there's
ma'am.
a CVS on your right side.
CVS on the right side.
Is there a car dealership right there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
right across the street.
So
on
you turned by the car dealership?
Going left, outward.
Like CVS on the right, car dealership on the left,
so
you
my
turn
back
left.
would be facing CVS
Gotcha.
going out.
Alright, so that's Miccosukee Road. Okay, so you took Miccosukee?
Yes, ma'am.
You walked?
Yes, ma'am. I walked. I came out. I walked down there. Then I took that left and went all the way down. And then that's where I got the ride from.
So you were still on Miccosukee when someone stopped and gave you a ride?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then they took
My
you to
fault.
the fair?
I apologize for telling you.
That's cool. Our road names get a little weird here. So they took you directly to the fair?
Yes, ma'am.
And you said this was like 8:45?
8:35, 8:45.
Okay.
I know it was around 8 o'clock though.
Okay.
So, why were you up on Miccosukee at that apartment complex?
I got friends over there.
You got friends?
Yes, sir.
So that's it, Mick?
It's off Capitol Circle Northeast, 1747 Capitol Circle Northeast.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But can somebody enlighten me?
We're gonna get there.
Okay.
Trust me.
I'm trying to I'm nervous. Trying to figure out what's going on.
We will get there.
All right.
So you went to the fair,
Mm-hmm.
and who were you with at the fair?
Well, I kind of went by myself. I'm not gonna lie. Don't really associate with many people.
Okay.
So the people, it was a group of people. They were nice. So I asked for a ride.
Did they give you their names or anything? Nicknames, names?
I really didn't do too much introduction. I was mostly quiet, just trying to watch my surroundings, you know. It was the easier way for me, and it didn't take that long to get to the fair.
Okay, so...
Here is where the mask begins to slip. Not dramatically, but quietly, in the gaps between answers. Shakel is doing something fascinating and tragic at the same time. He's building a life story on the fly, and the detective is watching every brick get laid crooked. He doesn't know his city, his street, his Taco Bell's location, or how he got a ride. But he remembers the exact time he arrived at the fair. His mind is juggling two jobs simultaneously, answering the question in front of him while desperately managing what comes next.
Okay. So, when you got the ride to the fair, did you hang out with him, or did you just go do your own thing?
I went to go do my own thing.
Okay. Then what'd you do when the fair was done?
After the fair was done, I kind of just went home.
To the Laura Lee
Yes,
address?
sir. I went over there and I
Okay.
just spent the night.
Where's the Laura Lee? Is down there off
It's close by to the fair, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you
It's
did-
like right.
It's
if
just
you-
south.
It's like that road
I think it's
where
south.
not the back way, but if you're coming out like you're finna go out towards the roadway,
The main
But that-
entrance to the fair.
yeah, that one little highway upwards, like a little roller coaster highway. You go straight up there and then you cross the street and he's closer about the fair. So
Okay.
you go out and you're in the parking lot of the fair.
So you left the fair
I
by
didn't-
yourself.
Yeah, I left the fair probably around, I think, what time did it close? Probably around 11 or so.
11.
I think that's when they were starting to close down because I thought it was going to close at 9 o'clock, but they were open a little bit longer. So I kind of just stayed, and then after the circus ended, I left.
And you just went home.
Yes, sir.
No, you're with nobody else.
No, sir. Just,
You have any friends up here besides Brendan
yes, sir.
that lives at Laura Lee? So
I got a couple of friends.
did you see any of your friends up here while you're up here?
I seen, what, at the fair?
No, well, either at the fair or since you've been in town.
I've seen, since when I went to the fair, I was supposed to relink with my best friend, but she wasn't able to make it. That's who I was originally supposed to meet at the fair.
Who is that?
My best friend, her name is Brianna.
Brianna.
Yes, sir.
But you didn't meet up with her?
No, we were supposed to reconnect, but
Okay.
sadly, she didn't see.
So did you see any other friends while you're in town?
No, I
No.
just spent the day at the fair by myself, lonely.
Okay. So what time do you think you got home? You know, if you left the fair at 11ish,
It didn't
You-
take me that long
you
because
just
it's like
walked.
right down the
you
road.
just walked there, and so you went to Brendan's house. Is it Brendan's house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I just spent the night there, boss.
Went to Brendan's house, and would you wake up the next morning, or?
Well, we hung out. We
Okay.
hung out, played games, took my dog for a walk.
Okay, cool.
You know, did
So,
what people would do. Kids,
Okay.
kids are kids. You know,
Gotcha.
teens are teens.
okay, so you got here from Saturday. How did you get from Georgia to Tallahassee on Saturday or Sunday?
Greyhound.
Greyhound?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Bought an online ticket. Greyhound.
And so you don't know what city you came from on Greyhound?
Well, I'm not that good with remembering, like, you know, my city, but, you know, since,
Okay. Was it, you buy is the ticket in your name?
no, sir.
Whose name was it in?
Well, I'm not eligible. I wasn't eligible. I tried to put a ticket in my name, but I wasn't eligible for it, so I paid somebody to get me down here.
You paid somebody to buy you a ticket?
Yes, sir. But it
Who?
wasn't like that bad.
Who'd you pay?
I don't know. I just paid some homeless guy. Hey, give me the ticket. You know.
Did you get his name?
I think his name Wesley, maybe Wesley started with a W.
But you don't know what city that was in?
Like
Where you had him buy you the ticket at?
I ain't gonna lie. I don't really, like I said, I don't really remember the city. Like,
Okay. So prior to Saturday or Sunday, when's the last time you've been in Tallahassee? Like how long ago?
I ain't gonna lie. This is my first time being back. I haven't been in Tallahassee for a while.
So how long's a while? So
Like
we're
a
November.
while.
So we're November of 21. Have you been in Tallahassee this year at all? 2021?
Nope.
2020? Last year?
Nope.
Okay. Okay. You've been in the system a bunch. You've been arrested a bunch of times, right?
Yeah, I've been at the place at the wrong time. Man.
Ever since you were like 12 years old?
Yeah. First charge started was, I think, me and my mom probably got into it or something. And I guess upstairs neighbor probably wound up calling the police, and apparently I probably assaulted an officer, but I didn't remember.
Okay.
Yeah.
When were you in the group home over in Panama City?
I used to be in the group home in Panama City like in 2012. I was at Idle House.
2000 what?
I think like 2012 maybe.
2012?
I went to Idle House in Panama City.
So 9 years ago when you were like
12
8?
years old. No. Wait, so 21, 20. This when I was 12 years old, so.
So 4 years ago, or 5 years ago.
Yeah.
So 2016.
Yeah, I took it a little bit too back. My fault.
Okay, so you haven't been in Panama City since 2016.
Nah, my grandma had passed. That's the last time I've been there, like for my grandma's funeral. But
okay.
She's buried at the Redwood Cemetery, far corner upper right.
Okay. We're not gonna keep going down this BS of you lying about stuff. Okay, listen to me. You're under arrest. Okay, you have warrants for your arrest. Okay, which hold on, listen to me. Okay, we've been doing this a long time. Okay, we don't just send specialty units to go pick people up when we haven't done an entire investigation and have warrants on somebody. So this whole BS that we just went through, every single time you opened your mouth and started talking to me, you lied.
I'm scared.
That's fine if you're scared. No, you are lying to me.
Boss,
You've lied to me since the first thing the only true stuff that you told me was your name, date of birth, that you were on Laura Lee, staying with somebody named Brendan, and your social security number.
Listen, boss, I don't got
and that you went to the fair on Sunday.
Listen, I don't got nothing to hide. I don't know what's going on or why y'all even got me in these handcuffs. That's what I've been asking since the police showed up.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out, because I followed the direction that was given. I didn't do anything wrong, and you saying I'm lying, you saying I'm BS.
You are.
But I mean, okay, that's in your opinion, but in my
here's the thing. It's not my opinion.
Okay, so boss, can you please just tell me what I'm being arrested for?
You have warrants for your arrest for attempted homicide, carjacking, and fleeing and looting.
What?
Yeah.
Boss, I swear to you.
So
I would, first off, if I'm finna get ready to go to college and I got a baby on the way, why would I do that? Why would I mess up my life just to do something like that?
I have no idea. But everything you've just told me,
I'm not lying.
You are lying.
I can back it up for you,
with
boss.
What?
Listen, I don't have no reason to lie to you
really?
At all. Yes, sir, because you talking about I'm carjacking. Who would I kill if even a homicide isn't a killing? I've never hurt anybody. Since I've been on this earth, I've never.
Okay.
Yeah, I might have gotten.
So here's the thing: you weren't at the fair by yourself.
I wasn't.
You weren't at the fair by yourself. I talked to the people who were with you at the fair. How do you think I got your name and know who you are?
Boss, listen. I done told you. Listen, the people who you say, I don't know. Okay, I don't know who you talking about. All I told you what I told you. I got a ride to the fair. The people were being nice and generous. I got a ride. I went to the fair. I was supposed to meet my best friend there, like I told you.
Brianna, but that didn't happen. Okay.
No, because she never showed.
So then why would the people that I talked to, why would they just make up something that the people that know you and identified you, that you were at the fair with them?
They dropped me off at the fair. Yeah, they dropped me off at the fair. Okay. I went to the fair. Like, I'm not lying. I went to the fair.
What kind of car was it?
I got in a white Jeep.
A white Jeep?
Yes, sir. I got in a white Jeep.
Okay. So, what do these people look like?
I think there was one white person, and I think the rest of them were black.
A white person. Was the white person a male or female?
Dude had long hair, so probably a male. Yeah.
So white person, male, about how old?
I'm not sure, but are you asking like how old in my opinion?
Yeah, how old do you think they were?
I'd probably say grown, to be honest with you.
Like,
Probably not over 26. Not
Okay,
over 26.
so 20, 26, 24,
yeah, in
I
the
mean.
20s.
Okay.
20s.
For 25 minutes, Shakel had been threading a needle, vague enough to avoid specifics, detailed enough to sound credible. Then the detective drops the charges on the table like a brick through glass. Attempted homicide, carjacking, and Shakel does what anyone cornered does. He reaches for his future, the baby, college, his whole life ahead of him. It's a genuine human instinct, but it's also the first moment where the performance cracks completely. Because the detective isn't asking who he wants to be, she already knows exactly who he was on November 4th.
24,
Yeah, in
I
the
mean.
20s.
Okay.
20s.
So early 20s, white male. Who else? You said there were some black males or females?
Yes, sir. It was a black female.
A black female.
Yes, sir.
What else?
And it was a black guy.
And that's it?
Yes, sir. That's all that I remember.
Okay. What black female? What'd she look like?
I'm not really too much sure about. Like, I don't really too much pay attention to the face like that.
Okay. What's she wearing?
But I think one of them had on red, or probably both of them. Probably the two people had on red.
They had on red clothing?
I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So, white guy, black female, black male. The black female, black male had on red clothing.
No, I didn't say the black dude had
just
on.
the female. You said they had red clothing, so
I was assuming to the white guy and the black girl.
The white guy and the black girl had red clothing?
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. What about the black male? How old do you think the black female was?
To be honest, in the face, I don't know. Like, I can't really tell you, just the way that she acted. Or so, at first I thought she was 15. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought she was 15.
Yeah, I thought she was. Just the way she was acting and stuff. But then, I don't know. She probably a bit older.
What about the black male? What was he wearing?
I think gray. I think something gray.
Gray. How old was he?
Bruh had a full-on beard and everything. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Full beard, like I don't have that good of a
Nah,
beard.
like he's like a little bit more than yours.
Like big,
he's
like a big beard. Okay.
Not big.
Not big,
but you
full
know.
beard.
Yeah.
I know I can't grow one of those. It's okay. How old do you think he was?
To be honest with you, boss, bro look older than the other two people.
Older than the other two?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro look older than the other two people.
Okay.
Do you remember what you were wearing?
I know what I had on. I had on some black pants, and then I had on a long sweater. Like, not a long sweater, but a long sleeve shirt.
Mm-hmm. What color was that shirt?
It was gray. I had on a long gray sleeve shirt. It got Mosley.
Mosley? What's Mosley? I don't know where I heard that from.
Was that a brand?
No. It's a football team.
Okay.
So was it like a football jersey or just
It's not
a
like,
fan thing?
Like, yeah, it's a fan. It's a fan.
Do you have anything else on besides just a long sleeve, like a long sleeve t-shirt?
Like, yeah, like attach the long sleeve to the shirt.
Anything else besides that?
No.
No.
You need to know my shoes too?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I mean, this was the same shoes you're wearing. How many pair of shoes you got?
I got a lot.
So was it those shoes you're wearing?
I was wearing rose gold.
Rose gold Jordans? I don't know.
Air flight.
Air flights. I don't know much about shoes. I haven't had.
Listen, don't get me wrong. I like to go shopping. I like to.
How long did you work at Taco Bell up in Georgia?
I haven't been working there for long. Not long.
Month, 2 months, 3 months.
I don't know. I job hop. I'm not gonna lie to you. I job hop. I go from one job to the next one, and I kind of got tired of working in the food services.
Gotcha. You got tired of working in the food services?
Customers are always so mean and rude.
But you want to transfer to the Taco Bell here, though?
Yeah, and possibly quit there and try and find something else I could maybe be able to do.
What's your baby mama's name?
Baby mama, her name, I call her Bonnie, but you can call her Nisha.
Nisha?
Yeah.
You don't know her real name?
Nah, that's what she really go by, Nisha.
What's her last name?
Nisha, last name. Listen, I don't want you to think I'm trying to make up no middle name, cause
What's her last name?
Listen, I call her Bae.
She in your phone?
It's gonna be under my Bonnie, but.
My Bonnie?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're gonna stick with. This is.
Well, boss, now can you tell me what's like? Well, you just explained it. You said carjacking, a homicide.
I said attempted homicide.
Attempted homicide.
Carjacking.
And
fleeing and looting.
Fleeing and looting. But I do want you to understand, like, boss, I'm not lying to you. I'm being
So
serious.
when you were in the car with these people, supposedly, police ever get behind you or anything?
Oh no, because
No?
not on the way to the fair.
So you just went to the fair and then you never saw them again?
Adios. Because the house is right there. I wouldn't need a ride just to walk down the hill.
Who was driving the Jeep?
I think a black guy was. I think a black guy kind of was. I ain't gonna lie. I did forget my. It's a little thing for my phone. It's like a little clip on. I did forget that, so I did go back to the car. He let me use the key to go back to the car and get my little clip on for my phone.
Okay. So you have your.
Wait. So that means the car is stolen.
Yeah.
I had my hands all in that car.
Okay.
How serious is this, boss? Like
as serious as an attempted homicide charge.
Like homicide is murder, attempted murder. Like the only more serious thing than attempted murder is murder.
I ain't never murdered nobody before.
Okay, well, so how long you had that phone?
My phone?
Mm-hmm.
I recently just got it.
Like, who's it through?
What do you mean? I bought it at Walmart. It's a Walmart.
What's the
Like,
service?
Is it T-Mobile? Is it Verizon? Is it Metro?
No service. It's not really that good. Sometimes I use my Wi-Fi, but I recently bought a SIM card, a Dollar General SIM card.
But you don't have any carrier service on it.
Not like T-Mobile, AT&T, or all that. I bought a SIM card from Dollar General.
For what do you mean you bought a SIM card?
Like one of those SIM cards they have at Dollar General.
I don't buy SIM cards at Dollar General, so I don't know what. Is it like prepaid?
Yes, sir. It's some type of. It's like. I want to say it's an off-brand. It's called Simple Mobile, but it's like I want to say it's an off-brand of T-Mobile.
Okay.
It's trash.
But does that allow you to use cellular towers? Or does it have to be on Wi-Fi?
Well, in order for my calls to go through, I got to be on Wi-Fi. Service is not great here.
So then what's the purpose of the card then?
When I had it, it was like to send. I can text. Yeah, I can text. But my calls is staticky and all that other stuff.
Like, you use the card to make calls and texts?
Yeah, I only get
without Wi-Fi?
Yeah, in certain areas though.
Okay. Gotcha. How long have you had that?
Not long. If you're talking about the SIM card, I haven't had it for long, obviously.
What's your definition of not long?
Not long. I recently got it
Before you got to town, before you came into town? Okay.
This is where Shakel's mind starts working against him in real time. He's so focused on sounding cooperative that he keeps volunteering details he should be burying. The Jeep, the clothing, going back to the car for a phone clip. That last one is the most telling moment in the entire exchange. He doesn't even realize that he just confirmed he was inside a stolen vehicle. The detective doesn't flinch. She just lets him keep talking. Because Shakel McClain's biggest enemy in that room isn't her, it's himself.
Okay.
I figured I was gonna need some type of, to get, directions or anything. If I was to get kidnapped or somebody was following me, whatever, I'd be able, to call somebody and let them know what's going on, or, just in case I ever got in trouble.
So, you were in a white Jeep to go to the fair, never saw them before, didn't know who they were. Police never got behind you. You didn't get into town until Saturday or Sunday.
Yes.
I know you bought the SIM card. How long have you had that physical phone?
I bought it from Walmart.
How long ago?
That was before I came here too.
Like how long ago?
Well, I told you I got back here.
No, you got here Saturday or Sunday. Yeah. So, and then you bought the SIM card prior to getting here. So when did you buy the phone?
The phone I bought at Walmart, and I bought that before I came here, which means
right before you came here, or
2 days after.
2 days after you got here?
Mm-hmm.
So you got the phone yesterday?
No, your definition was different from mine. It's my fault.
Well, I mean, my definition of 2 days is 2 days.
I thought when you were saying, I thought you were meaning, when did I get the phone? I was meaning, I got the phone 2 days before I left to come here.
Okay.
I should have made that more specific.
So then if you got here Saturday or Sunday, you bought the phone Wednesday, Thursday last week?
Yeah. Possibly. I think, go Tuesday.
Tuesday, bought phone. Alright, let's go Tuesday. At Walmart in an unknown city. Right?
Like I told you, boss, I really don't be listen, if I'm living here, I ain't going really too much. Okay. I don't see too much people. I don't go out that much, So it's why I got a reason to remember something, and I'm here to be here. I ain't here to conversate. I'm here to succeed. I want to go to college.
Well, how are you going to get back home to your girl?
She was going to come up here on 18 because my plan was, like I told you, to get an apartment here.
Mm-hmm.
She's pregnant. She got, so I wanted us to be able to have something because, like I said, I know having a baby is a lot of responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I wanted to make sure I was going on the right step, saving enough money as much as I could to be able to get an apartment. So when I did turn 18, all I had to do, okay, here's my deposit fee, here's this, and here you go. That way I have the apartment, then been able to get everything situated.
Who else is in Georgia? Just your girl?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody, family, friends? What about her? Family or friends?
She stays with my grandpa, but my grandpa don't like me.
Why were you relocating to Tallahassee? What is special about Tallahassee?
When I came down here, it's with him, Brendan, I call him my brother. And I feel close, and I feel safe. And I feel like he's the number one person I can trust. And when I'm down and out and I feel depressed and stuff, I feel like I can talk to him. So when I'm going through a little situation, he comforts me, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's my bro, my number one person that if I needed a shoulder to cry on, I could cry on the shoulder and he'll tell me that everything will be okay, if that makes sense.
Okay, so because of your connection with Brandon, or Brandon or Brennan? Brandon. That's why you chose Tallahassee.
Yeah,
and that's why your girl's going to follow you here.
I wanted us to be closer, and I wanted us to hang out. I know we kind of separated afterwards. We kind of drifted ways. But we've been talking about like getting a whole apartment together and being.
But you guys were friends when you lived here before.
We've been friends since little.
But you lived here before.
Like not live. I used to have my auntie used to stay here.
Okay, but you used to go to school here.
Yeah.
Where
I
at?
used to. I went to Gadsby Learning.
Okay, so you lived here because you went to school there, so you lived here in Tallahassee. You didn't
My
just.
auntie.
I wouldn't just stay here. You can't just go somewhere and visit and go to school.
Boss, if you look at the school, I wasn't even at that school for long.
I know you were at Second Chance, which is like the last ditch effort to stay in school before you can't go to school anywhere else.
And then I decided to get my GED.
Okay. So what grade were you in when you were going to Gadsby?
I transferred because I lost my school records, got lost, so they made me start from the 7th and pick it back up.
And that's where you met Brendan?
Mm-mm.
Where'd you meet Brendan at?
Me and Brendan, we've been friends for a long time. Boss.
But where did you meet him?
Me and Brendan been friends since school, like
What
since
school?
kids.
Since what school?
I don't remember what school we went to. Me and him been friends since kids.
So you don't know what school you met? You don't know what elementary school you went to?
Boss,
You don't know what middle school you went to?
listen, my
Dude,
middle
you're,
school,
okay, listen to me.
I can see it's frustrating.
Yeah,
You're
because,
really not
dude, I'm
listening.
41 years old, and I can tell you
Boss,
what
why-
elementary school I went to, what middle school I went to, the 2 different high schools I went to. I could probably give you the road that I lived on in each one of those,
Listen,
and I'm
boss.
40-something years old, and you're 16, and you can't even tell me what school you went to when you met Brendan. You're so wrapped up in lying about everything or not telling the truth that you
I
just...
am telling you the truth. What do you want me to say?
So you don't know, but you don't know anything. You don't know what cities, you don't know where you live, you don't know where you came from. The fake baby mama that's in some city up in Georgia.
My baby mama not fake, sir.
Okay, well, some unknown city in
like,
Georgia.
I understand you getting frustrated with me because
You're lying about
I'm not
everything.
lying, but you doing all this yelling that's not even
I'm not
called.
yelling.
Yes, you were just yelling.
I get really loud when I yell. I'm not yelling.
That's considered yelling.
So, but you're lying about everything.
I'm not lying to you. Whatever I gotta do, I will do it. But I can tell you one thing: my whole career is on the line for something. I don't even know what you say. You just said homicide, carjacking, attempted homicide, carjacking is something else.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I didn't do it, and you getting frustrated because I'm telling you my information. But you want to be frustrated like I'm that perfect person.
I'm not
And
saying you're a perfect person.
Listen,
but
boss,
you're lying about
You're
stuff.
accusing me of lying. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not lying. Like, what do you want me to say? You want me to commit to somebody else's crime and say I did it? Is that the point that you want me to do?
Mm-mm.
Because if that's the case, like,
I just want you to answer your questions honestly.
boss, I'm telling you everything that I know. Like, I don't know what else you want me to do.
Okay. So,
Like, if that's the case, I might as well just go ahead and just get a lawyer in here, because evidently my answers are not helping you at all.
no, I mean, that's how these work, you know. We do an investigation.
I mean, I understand.
We have to
y'all
have
got-
proof.
I understand
of
you're
things
doing
that
your
happen.
job. Like, I understand you're doing your job, okay? But the way how this is going, like, I'm telling you what I know. I'm telling you, like, I'm not that type of person. I'm not lying to you. Making it seem like I'm lying to you because you want to get frustrated and you're going, okay, because you're 41 years old. Okay, good thing. You made it very far. Good job. I'm proud.
I'm
But,
just saying, I get, like, most people know
yeah,
what
but
school they
listen,
went
boss.
to.
Listen.
Like,
My main thing, I'm not worried. What's in the past is in the past. It's not, the past is here to hold you back. I'm not trying to keep in, whatever happened, it's already gone. It's already,
okay.
whoosh.
Alright, so, you didn't get a town on Saturday. I'm just going to recap it real quick and then we're probably done. So, you didn't get a town on Saturday, Sunday, right? Okay, so you were at some unknown city in Georgia last week before where you lived or stayed with grandfather, baby mama, until you came to Tallahassee, right?
This is stressful. Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't know who the people were, but you were in a white Jeep that dropped you off at the fair, didn't hang out with nobody, and
Like I said, I
then
was
you went
supposed-
straight home.
Supposed to be me and my best friend. I left the fair around 11 or so.
Okay.
Somewhere around either 11 close to 12.
Last question. You ever been to the Sam's Club in town? No? Never
To be
been
honest
there?
with you, I've never been to Sam's.
Never been to Sam's Club. Okay, cool. You think of anything else?
Like, I'm now like I said, boss, I do apologize, but I need you to understand I didn't commit this crime.
So let me just put this into perspective here. The stuff that he was asking, right, like where you're from, what's your phone number, who you know, who you're staying with, who's your guardian, that's the easy stuff. That's the stuff that most people know and can answer pretty readily, okay? So that's the stuff that helps us determine if you're being honest with us or not, because there's information that we can prove, there's information we already know.
By this point, Shakel isn't navigating the interrogation anymore. He's drowning in it. Every lie he told earlier is now a wall closing in, and his only move left is to get emotional, get loud, and flip the script into victimhood. He pivots to his future, his baby, his ambition, not because those things aren't real to him, but because they're the only cards left in his hand. When he snaps at the detective's age, that's not confidence. That's a cornered kid with nothing left to throw.
No.
Okay.
So when we ask you questions and you either tell us something that's different than what we know as fact, or that you can't give us information, right, then we can't verify that you're telling us the truth.
If you look up now.
So then when we get to the hard stuff, when we get to the stuff about the crimes, the stuff about this is important because it either helps us show that you did it or it shows that you didn't, and we need to look elsewhere to solve and figure out the truth, we have no baseline of truth for you.
Well, ma'am, I told you, the lady who took care of me, you can look it up. It says it's on the web. Her name is Naoki Allen. She passed. That was my guardian, okay? Naoki Allen is, if you don't believe me, you can go ahead and look it up.
But we're not asking about who was in the past. We're asking about currently because you're still a juvenile. But you understand that we're asking a bunch of questions and you can't tell us where you used to live. You can't tell us even basic information about things that are pertinent to your life, day-to-day life.
Listen, okay, I'm gonna tell you like this. It's fine. The lady who raised me, my guardian, was Naoki Allen. She passed away.
When?
She recently, August.
What have you been doing since August?
Since August, I've just house hopped. I've house hopped. I've stayed in Panama City. Yeah, a little bit. That's where things kind of got. I visit. Listen, before any of this goes down wrongly, I used to have friends in Panama City. My middle school I went to in Panama City. I went to Callaway. It was Callaway Elementary. It was elementary part middle school. Listen, I don't know what's going on, but I really need y'all to believe me. I didn't commit this crime. Whatever else, I'm 17 years old. Shakel McClain is my name, yes. I did get a ride from those people to the fair on Saturday or Sunday. One of those 2 days, I did get a ride. Went to the fair. I was supposed to meet my best friend. She was nowhere to be found, so it was just me by myself. So I rode on rides. I didn't leave the fair till like around either 11:35 or so. I know it was around 11, close to 12. Walked home. I never spoke to him again. I walked home, which was Brenda's house. Spent the night because it was too late. It was too dark. So then I stayed there and I just camped there. And then I was supposed to go back to the fair this Friday to reconnect with another female. If I don't know what you want me to tell you, her name, the female that I was supposed to be going to the fair with Friday, her name is Shantae. She's short, black girl. I want to say she's either five something. That's her tall, like how tall she is. She's 5 something. I can't give you the direct thing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm telling you, I don't want this to be on my record. Like, I done already got so many stuff on my records that I never even got to prove that was true, okay? I've had a lot of stuff on my records. I was either caught at the wrong time, been in the place at the wrong time. This being on my record is just gonna finish everything off. It's already bad enough, a lot of stuff on my record. I was scared, to be honest with you. There's a charge, I don't want to say, but I'm pretty sure y'all know what I'm talking about, that is on my record. I never got to even prove, because it's just as simple as back. I was so scared because they were like, if I lose trial, then I'm going away for a whole 2 years. I ain't never done no 2 years before. The most I've ever done in a detention center was 21 years old. So of course I was scared, because it was like, well, if I lose trial, I'm going away for 2 whole years. I did have my evidence, but at the same time, my attorney, he was like, well, you got a higher paying lawyer, and I'm just looking like, but it's a whole video clip, but he was like, it's process, you gotta show the judge through process and stuff. So I admitted it to it. Yeah, like I said, like now I'm scared because I don't need this on my record. It's bad enough I get judged already and people look at me as if I do this. Every time I go to court, judge always, oh, this is my paperwork. I don't want to be seen as that person. I've been doing so good. I've never hurt anybody. I've never wanted to harm anybody at all. And I really like, man, you please gotta help me. Like, I'm telling you the truth. This is what I've done. The day I told you, one of the 2 days that I went to the fair. I went to the fair, and I can tell you exactly what ride I got on, okay? If I don't know what else you want me to tell you, how I got here, I took a Greyhound, okay? From Greyhound, I went from Panama City to Georgia to Tallahassee. It's a Greyhound, to the little Greyhound bus. So I don't know what else y'all want me to tell you. I'm just nervous because it's like, at the same time, like, I don't want to be in trouble, but at the same time, like, I don't want y'all to be frustrated with me and like assume that I did it, because
we don't assume
things.
We do investigations and we collect evidence, and then
that's understandable.
Conclude the investigation based on evidence and facts.
I didn't, but here's the thing. I did not know that car was stolen. If I knew it was stolen, I wouldn't have got in the car. I would have just walked all the way here to go to the fair.
Why didn't you tell us about Panama City before when we asked you when the last time you were there?
Because it was like, I was nervous, and I apologize for lying about that part.
Why would you be nervous about telling us where you were?
Because it's like the same time, I've never been investigated before, and this is something
You've been investigated every single time you got charged with something.
No, I went to court and then
that means no, that's not how it works. Like, a case has to be initiated. We, as police officers, detectives, investigators, whatever, investigate it. I'm just telling you how the process works. Develop probable cause. It goes to a judge for warrants, or you get arrested and you go to court and you go in front of a judge. So it's not just... Yeah. There's a whole process to it.
I've never been investigated. I've just got arrested and went to court. That's what I'm saying.
What he's saying is that the investigation occurred, you just didn't know about it because it happened ahead of time, which is what happens before you get arrested.
Just like now.
Yeah,
he's done a bunch of work to get to the point where we're at now, where there was a warrant.
I'm talking about the type of, like, for a battery charge, been arrested on the same day and got arrested.
An investigation took place. It just took place that day, or for that incident, and they developed probable cause.
Oh, you talking about how, like, when they put you in handcuffs, that's the investigation, when they put you in handcuffs and just ask you, like, questions?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's an investigation. That's a police investigation.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Just because it took, an hour versus
doesn't mean it wasn't an investigation.
I thought I had to be in, like, one of these rooms to be
These are more serious investigations.
So...
Listen, y'all go ahead, ask me whatever. I've never been investigated like this before. Let's just put it that way.
So, based on what you said, is everything still, you got here on the weekend, you went to the fair by yourself, whatever,
yes,
okay?
Sir.
So you never stole a car?
No, sir.
You never attacked anybody?
No, sir.
You never been to Sam's Club?
No, sir.
So you would know anything about any of that?
No, sir. I would never hurt anybody is what I'm trying to tell you, sir.
Okay.
Did you ever drive that car?
No, but I did go on the passenger side though, because that's the only way you could unlock the car, unless you hit the little button. But I just stuck the key in and opened it with my hand. I didn't have, I opened it with my hand, reached in there. I did put my hand on the steering wheel, yes sir. I'm not gonna lie, so if y'all did or didn't, I don't know if y'all did or didn't test the car for fingerprints. I did put my hands on the steering wheel, yes sir, I did. I was sitting in the passenger seat, so my hands...
So why would you touch the steering wheel if you're in the passenger seat?
That's where, because the way the person parked on the passenger side is too close and you can't open the door as much to get in on the passenger side, so you had to go on the other side because there was more open space to get into the car.
So the door wouldn't work? Or just
No, I'm saying...
Oh, because you're parked to...
Yeah, the way the person parked next on the passenger side.
Gotcha. And that was when...
That was at the fair.
At the fair?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I had to go on the driver's side just to get my stuff.
Okay.
I put my hand, on the way there I was sitting in the passenger seat. I was in the passenger seat. So if my fingerprints show up, I was in the passenger seat. I put my hands on the outside door, put my hands on the steering wheel, and I had my hands on a little bar, probably on the AC. I done put my hands probably on the radio, whatever else. They had a charger in there. I used their charger.
Okay. So that's it?
I mean, anything else y'all want me to tell you? I mean, I don't know. I don't know the group of people. I'm being honest with you, boss.
Okay.
I don't know who the group of people is. I asked them for a ride. They were
This is the moment Shakel McClain stops fighting the truth and starts negotiating with it. He doesn't confess, but he does something almost worse. He begins preemptively explaining away every piece of physical evidence that's about to destroy him. The steering wheel, the door, the charger, the fingerprints. He's not explaining what happened. He's explaining why his DNA is all over a stolen car before they even tell him they found it. Every alibi he offers is a roadmap straight back to his own guilt, gift-wrapped and handed to the detective with a bow on top. The scared kid who lost his guardian in August, who floated through Panama City in Georgia with no roots and no safety net, is now sitting in a room dismantling his own defense one fingerprint at a time, and he genuinely doesn't realize it.
You said your grandfather, you were staying with him, or is that not true either?
My grandma, I said my grandma died.
No, you said I was staying with my grandpa, he don't really like me.
It's her grandpa. She's staying with her grandpa and he don't really like me.
Gotcha.
But were you staying with them?
No, ma'am.
Where were you staying?
To be honest with you, I was at a house with some other people in Panama City.
Is that since, how long has that been?
Not long. That was after I was on the way here. I took the Greyhound. That's how I paid somebody to get me a ticket so I could get up here. Wanted to look for a house.
So you got a ticket in Panama City?
Yes, sir. The first ticket started here. I got it to Georgia. Then I got it from Georgia to here.
So you went from Panama City to here, then to Georgia, and then back to here?
No. Panama City to Georgia.
Okay.
Georgia.
Panama City to Georgia to here.
Okay. For how many days were you in Panama City before you took that?
Before I took the bus?
Yeah,
I was in Panama City because I used to work in Panama City, so I was there for a good little minute.
Okay.
Not
a month, 2 months, 6 months?
A month or so.
A month or so. Okay.
Like I said, I do apologize.
No, that's fine. Hey, so that phone you have a passcode on that phone?
Yes, sir.
Do you mind telling me what it is, or?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't really give my password out. It's the only thing I've never felt comfortable with a lot of people going into my phone, and I got pictures and stuff in there, so I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I got pictures in my phone.
Everybody's got pictures on there.
So, and I got a lot of stuff, privacy stuff that belong to me. So
Alright, well, I don't have any more questions for you. No, okay. So,
what happens now?
What's going to happen right now is, like I said, you got warrants for your arrest for attempted homicide, carjacking, and fleeing and eluding. I'm going to call a patrol officer to come up here. They're going to re-handcuff you and take you out to the juvenile assessment center.
So that means that's going to be on my record now?
Yeah. I'm keeping your phone.
Is there any way I can get an attorney? Because I can't have this going on.
You get an attorney. I mean, they'll deal with all that stuff out there, and you'll probably end up with a public defender. Or if you know somebody that can hire you an attorney, they'll get you an attorney. So that's what's going to happen right now.
I'm just going to go on my record.
What's going on your record? So,
I didn't do this crime. I didn't.
Unless you got anything else to say, then we're pretty much done, and I'll get them up here and get you transported out there.
I mean, boss, I didn't do this crime. Like, I understand this is serious, but I'm telling you the truth. I didn't do this crime. Like, if this goes on my record, I already got enough as it is on my record. Like, please, you gotta understand. Like, I'm being so serious, boss. I cannot have that going on my record.
It's already going on there. So, I mean, the only thing I was hoping is you tell me the truth about. Hold on. That you would tell me the truth about what happened, because that way I could call the state attorney and be like, hey, dude was 100% honest with me. For what it's worth, I believe him. He was honest. He was cooperative. And whatever happens, at least, you can let the judge know that and then go that whole thing. So
I do apologize for not, but everything else that I told you is true, boss.
Okay. All right. So
I really now. Oh my God! And I got a baby on the way.
When's your baby due?
My baby's gonna be due in May. I can't, boss. I can't go. I gotta be in my baby's life.
Well, I'm not saying you're not gonna be in your baby's life, but today you're being arrested. You're already arrested.
Yes, sir,
you're being transported out to the juvenile assessment center
because I failed.
So.
Because I failed to do the thing. I understand, but
no. You're being arrested because you had probable cause to charge you with these crimes.
Yeah, I got warrants for you this morning before they picked you up.
Before we spoke to you.
That's why people came and found you.
Yes, sir, and I understand that, but I'm saying I'm not gonna be able to get no type of job with that. I'm being on my record.
I can't help you with that.
I didn't do this.
So work with. Either get you a lawyer if you can, or work with your public defender that you're going to get appointed, okay? And do what's best for you, and work through the process, okay? But things have already gotten to the point where we can't go back and undo them, okay? Probable cause is what it is, and that's what ended up having you here today, right now. So you're already arrested. The charge is already there.
I should have never.
What happens from here depends on you and your lawyer.
You know what? It's okay. I understand. It's my fault. I should never ask for no ride. I should have just. None of this would have never happened if I never asked for no ride.
Alright.
I'll try to get somebody up here as soon as possible. That way you don't gotta sit here, and we'll get you out there. Alright?
Can I? Is there something I didn't get a chance to eat breakfast?
I got some water in my fridge. I can probably give you a bottle of water and try to see if I can find something. Okay?
Please.
Alright.
I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. It's like, it's fucking crazy, bro. This shit happening all over again, bruh. It's happening all over again. I don't do shit wrong. Always getting caught up in the wrong fucking situation. I fucking hate myself. This shit don't make no fucking sense, bruh. Hello? Hey, I'm sorry about it, but if it's possible that I could just at least call my baby mama and let her know what's going on.
You might be able to at the juvenile assessment center.
At least, because just think.
The detective leaves. The performance ends. And alone for the first time, Shakel says the most honest thing he's said all day. It's happening all over again. No calculation behind it, no audience, just a 17-year-old with no guardian, no address, and no safety net, watching another version of his life close shut. He says he can't cry, then he cries. The college, the baby, the apartment, all of it, gone in one room.
Either tell the truth or you're going to have to hire a lawyer. I mean, that's your two options.
Okay, boss.
Because nothing you said right now proves anything of all the other information that I found out.
Listen, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
The truth.
Boss, okay. Have a seat.
You may have a seat.
Listen, I'm telling you now. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot before.
Okay.
Listen. Like I told you, I came from Panama City. To the Greyhound. I got somebody to get my ticket for a Greyhound. Came here, was visiting, I was trying to find an apartment, a house. So my birthday is in like 3 months. 2.
Yeah, January.
Yeah, 2 months. Would turn 18, looking for an apartment. I got a baby on the way. My baby's doing May.
I get all that. And what day did you get here?
Between Saturday, because it's the same day I went to the fair.
You didn't get here Saturday or Sunday.
So I've been here longer than that, basically. Well, when would you say I got here?
At least a week. Like, at least a week prior to the day you went to the fair.
Prior to the week I went to the fair. Did anything happen before that week?
Before that week?
Yes, sir.
I don't know where you were prior to coming here.
Because I'm saying, boss, I ain't steal no car. I didn't harm anyone at all. I didn't know the car was stolen at all.
You put a lady in the hospital.
Boss, I didn't hurt no lady.
You did.
I promise you I didn't hurt no lady. What lady?
The lady whose car you stole.
I didn't steal the car, that's what I'm saying.
You did steal the car.
How? How, boss? I'm telling you.
You beat the hell out of a lady and you stole her car. That's what happened.
I didn't put my
You
hands
did,
on
though.
nobody. I'm being honest with you, boss.
Do you understand how DNA works?
I didn't put my hands.
Do you understand? You know what DNA is?
DNA, yeah, that's something to do with touch it all.
Yeah, we all have a specific DNA that only comes back to us. Each person has a separate DNA. Okay? So when you touch things, when in your saliva, like everything is your DNA.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's when you touch stuff, your DNA transfers from you to objects to people. So
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, yeah, I did have I was in the car.
I know you were in the car.
Yeah, but
I also know that you beat the hell out of a lady and sent her to the hospital.
Boss, I've never put my hands on no females, is what I'm trying to tell you. You gotta believe me. Like, please, boss. I
don't believe you, though.
I know.
Because you haven't said anything
to refute or argue against the evidence that I have
Well,
proving that you did this.
Well, I mean, if that's the case, who do I need to get you to tell you what time I got home, what time where I was, or where did I go?
Because I already have all that information.
But I'm telling you, like, whatever information you got, okay, yeah, I was in the car.
I know that.
I was in the car, but I didn't steal no car. I've never hit no female.
You did steal the car. They didn't pick you up. You stole the car.
Boss,
Other people went to the fair with you. People that you know.
I didn't steal the car. I'm being serious. Like, I did not steal this car. I did not hit no lady. I did not harm anybody. None of that. I understand this crime is very serious.
And right now it's attempted homicide, and if she dies, you'll be charged with murder.
I can't do this. This can't go on my record because...
Bro, here's the thing. Your record and going to get a job, you're not going to get a job, dude.
I just wanted to graduate.
Like, you might get a job 20, 30 years from now. Maybe. But your record and trying to get a job and whatever, like, you need to worry about the now and not down the road.
Boss, I understand. That's why I'm like, I don't want this to go on my record.
It is. So you might as well stop saying I don't want it to go on my record, because it already is.
And okay,
you're being arrested, and you'll have your day in court, but all you're doing is lying about stuff right now, which I already have the proof and evidence that you're lying about everything.
Okay, boss. So if you say, because I know, like, if you ask, you're supposed to be showing. So if you have the proof,
I do.
Can I see it?
You'll see it in court. I don't have to show it to you right now.
I mean, because...
I don't have to show you anything right now. At all.
Why are you getting so hostile?
I'm not getting hostile with you. I'm just telling you the fact.
Like, you trying to put your foot down on something, like, that don't make no sense. I'm asking a simple question. You don't got to come at me on no type of...
I'm not trying to come at you. I have evidence, but I do not have to show that to you right now.
If there's any way that I got to prove that I'm not guilty, I'm going to find that way. If I got to bring so much people in just to tell you where I was, fine. It'll have to be that.
And that'll be your option in court.
Because you don't believe me, which is fine.
I don't.
That's okay. But one thing I know is this cannot go on my record, because I'm already knowing. I done seen a lot of cop shows. I done seen a lot of this. And I'm telling you the truth. You're not believing me, and that's fine.
Okay.
You say
this isn't a show. This is real life.
And I understand.
Shows are make-believe.
Okay, but I'm understanding that. But at the same time, I gotta let you know, like,
this isn't a show. This isn't a movie that you pay money to go see or watch on TV. There's a real life individual who has a family and has kids, who's in the hospital and might or might not make it.
boss.
So I don't
know what you want me to tell you.
I just want you to tell me the truth.
I didn't do it. I did not do it. Yeah, I was in the car. I got picked up. I told you what happened. I got picked up and I went to the fair. I asked them for a ride. They were over there on the street. I was coming at them. I was heading towards them because they were sitting over there somewhere on the side of the street. They were just chilling.
Nobody just picks up random people.
Boss, I didn't know. I asked them for a ride, is what I'm telling you. That's what I'm saying.
It's 2021. There's so much crime and people don't know. Nobody just picks up random people to go to the fair with them. I'm sorry.
As you can see, I went to the fair with them. That's why I'm saying.
That's the only honest thing that you said, is that you went to the fair.
Boss,
that's it.
I did not commit the crime. You're saying I committed a crime. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Okay. You want to say anything else? Because you're just still saying the same thing you were earlier.
I don't know what you expect me to say. I'm not gonna admit to something I do. It's just like this is happening all over the same way all over again. Probably not gonna be there. Probably gonna put me between a rock and a hard place where I'm just gonna take the deal, and then I'm just probably gonna go to jail or either county or worse, prison. Who knows? If that lady dies, I already know how this goes. Like I said, you said it's not real, but yeah, a lot of people go to.
No, I said this is real. I said this ain't TV.
I said TV.
Yeah, TV's not real.
And I understand that. Like I'm saying, but I understand charges could be serious, and I understand all of that. I do. Okay? I understand it 100%. I just don't want to feel like I'm not able to prove myself as innocent.
Because you haven't given me anything to argue against the evidence that I have against you, like, at all.
Okay, but I can prove that if I give you names to say where I was, wouldn't that be able to prove that, okay, I wasn't there?
Alright, because your homeboy is going to be like, yeah, he was here. What does that prove?
I'm not lying to you, because I actually, after I left the fair, I didn't go nowhere with them. I went straight home. Straight home
You
is
didn't
where I
go
went.
straight home.
I did.
You didn't go straight home. I know for a fact you didn't go straight home.
So where did I go, boss? Tell me, where did I go?
You were in a stolen car. You wound up on the south side of town. You're running from the cops.
He ain't running from nobody. Y'all came to his house and got me, and like I told them, I said, I don't know what I'm being arrested for. I don't know what's going on. I'm sitting here, you asked the questions, I told you what it was. And I'm being honest, and you're not believing me, you still feel like I'm lying.
The detective comes back, and Shakel senses one final opening. So he resets, rebuilds the story, and tries again. But this time, the detective doesn't ease him in. He lays it flat on the table. You beat a woman and stole her car. And Shakel's only move left is to keep saying no while quietly admitting to everything surrounding it. He knows how this ends. He said it himself. Rock in a hard place. Take the deal, go to jail. He already knows.
You're not believing me, you still feel like I'm lying.
Because I don't feel like you're lying.
You know, you say you're lying. You say
I know for a fact you're lying.
But I'm telling you, your theory is wrong. Okay, I don't know what else to do. Like, okay, if, you know what, I can see it's not going to go anywhere. It's fine. You know what? I'm innocent. Regardless, I understand I got to go to court. Can you just go ahead and just tell me, if that's the case, if I'm not going to be able to prove myself innocent, how many...
I mean, give me a reason. Give me something to say besides I didn't do it. I mean, so, you know, this lady, you're talking the difference between attempted homicide and homicide. She ends up dying. You know, there's different levels. Like, if you did something and didn't mean to, and it was an accident, then that's different. Then that weighs differently. But you're not even, you know, if you didn't mean to do something but it just happened, then be honest about it. If you didn't mean to hurt somebody,
boss,
and you got scared and you didn't know what to do and you drove off, then you know, tell me what happened. But if you're gonna sit here and go, I don't know what you're talking about, I didn't do it, I'm innocent. I'm sorry. The amount of people that I've talked to in 19 years ago, I'm innocent. I'm sorry, I'm not going to believe you. Not when I got evidence saying difference. So
I understand. I've never been able to prove myself innocent.
I'm not, okay, we're not talking about any of your other cases. I'm talking about this one.
I don't know. Okay.
So did something happen that you didn't mean to happen, and it just kind of happened, and, you know, it was an accident, you accidentally hurt somebody, and you freaked out and ended up taking their car because you didn't know what to do?
Boss, I can tell you right now, I didn't hurt that lady.
Huh?
I didn't hurt that lady. But I'm scared. Can I show you something? Nothing, like, not like 101 on some real stuff, like a life or death threatening situation.
What?
If I say something will I be safe?
What are you talking about? Does it have to do with this incident, or is this something else?
This incident.
Okay.
If I say something, will I be safe?
What do you mean safe? Like nobody, you're in police custody right now, nobody can get to you.
Besides the fact, like, if I open my mouth and they find out asking for protection.
That's gonna be up to the courts. I mean, what are you talking about?
You know how some people, you know, you got thugs and then you got gangsters, people, you know, who really are heartless and they don't care for that person, but when you feel like you don't have no other route, you don't want to call certain people and tell them, because it just makes the situation worse.
Okay.
But it's also a post threat where, let's say if somebody was to say something, that person could be hurt, or somebody else.
I'm not fine. I mean, just, what do you got to say?
I'm asking, if I tell you the truth, can I please be protected?
If you're scared of somebody, then I will let them know and they'll have to look at that. But I can't promise you or tell you anything. What I need you to do is tell me what happened.
I'm scared to tell you the truth because that's all it is. I don't want to die.
Here's the thing. Right now, you're in police custody and you're going to jail. So nobody can get to you.
But yeah, still, if they find out that I said something, regardless if it's not me, it's gonna be somebody else.
Okay, I can't do what ifs and like this and that. So you either want to tell me what's going on.
I'm telling you, but I want to be guaranteed.
I can't guarantee you anything at all. I don't have that ability. All I can do is take what you give me and talk to the state attorney's office, and they talk to judges, and they deal with stuff like that. I can't promise you anything. I can't guarantee you anything. All I can do is pass along information.
Is there somebody I could talk to for my safety? I just want to make sure I'm
not right here.
I was threatened.
You were threatened to do what?
If I didn't do it, they was gonna find my baby mama and they was gonna hurt her.
Who threatened you? Well, let's get back. Okay, let's think about that. If you didn't do what, they were gonna hurt you.
If I didn't do what they told me.
And what did they tell you to do?
They wanted me to just don't want to get my baby mama hurt. I don't want her to be hurt. I'm just scared. I don't want her to be hurt.
What did they threaten you to do, or what did they tell you to do to threaten whoever?
He told me if I didn't do it, that, or if I did open my mouth and say something, that they either kill me or my baby mama. And I felt like I didn't have a choice. I was told not to call the police. I didn't want to do it.
Didn't want to do what?
I didn't want to take that car.
You didn't want to take that car? Okay. So tell me, so they threatened you, but you did it, so tell me what you did.
After they posted the threat, they gave me a certain time I had to be there. and I was being watched.
To be where?
At the place where the car was.
Okay. So at Sam's Club?
Yes, sir. They were giving me a certain time that I had to be there. And if I wasn't there, they were gonna come there. Please, you gotta.
You gotta give me more than this, cause this.
They gave me a time, the time that I had to be there, because they said Sam Club closes at 9. And if I didn't show, either they were gonna come looking for me or they were gonna hurt my baby mama.
Well, why? Why would somebody want to hurt you for?
The lady, apparently, and it was a guy that works there. He was watching me. People where the wooded area is were watching me from there. And I was scared.
Okay, so what'd you do?
I came up. I didn't mean to. I didn't want to.
What did they want you to do to her?
Well, the first plan they wanted me to do was to knock her out, put her in the car, take the car to a certain location, and leave it there with her in the car. But plans had changed, where they told me to just take her car. I don't know what they were gonna do to her or anything, but.
Okay, so how'd you get to Sam's?
I walked from, it's like a little roundabout, it's like, it's a circle in the middle, it's past the circle, and on the right side is some type, I think, it's some type of veterans, it's some type of veterans place. It got the word
Veterans Hospital?
I think so. It's on, the logo is blue.
Okay. So you walked past there.
That's the way I was coming from, like, to go to Sam's Club.
Okay.
It's a road right over there. It's a road before you even hit, like, that little roundabout, and before you get to there.
The only roundabout I know about is down at.
That's the one in the middle.
Paul Russell and like Orange Avenue.
Before you get to that veterans place.
Okay.
Right there you come. So if I'm coming from the road that I'm heading on this way, that means the veterans will still be on my right, and the roundabout is right in front of me. So I just take that right, which goes all the way past the veterans.
Okay. So you walked to Sam's.
They gave me the clothes that I needed to put on.
They gave you clothes that you need to put on? Which was what?
They gave me a hoodie, mask, and some socks.
Socks for what?
To cover my hands, but
okay.
I didn't.
This is the moment the entire interrogation was building toward. Not a dramatic breakdown, just a quiet question. If I say something, will I be safe? And just like that, the alibi, the fare, the Greyhound, the Taco Bell transfer, all of it dissolves. What replaces is something far more chilling than denial. He was given a time, a location, a hoodie, a mask, and socks to cover his hands. He didn't stumble into this. He was sent.
It's like, I think it's called assault with a deadly weapon or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Here locally?
I don't know here. All I know is he told me he got a warrant. He told me what it was for.
Okay.
Assault with a deadly weapon against somebody. After I left, I was very drunk and tipsy. I don't even remember how I even got home. I woke up, the only thing I know, I woke up on somebody's porch. I don't know whose porch it was, warehouse. All I know is I walked on some party sports. I had the worst migraine. They took me to a party. After that, after we left the party, we went to some type of abandoned house. That's where they were like, that's when like Hunter started explaining stuff. He was like, yeah, there's something going on between nephew or something like, where he got into a fight, where they've been having in and out beef situations and stuff. And the main thing that was said was Hunter said he wanted to kidnap the lady.
The Hunter did, or the friends?
Hunter.
Hunter wanted to kidnap the lady.
As to me in my image, it's like Hunter is the big boss.
Okay.
As he runs everything.
So he said that the lady's nephew, something happened between the nephew and Hunter or somebody else?
Him and Hunter. Okay. Whatever Hunter says goes. So let's say if Hunter says something to make a move or whatever, they follow.
Okay. So Hunter approached you and said,
I'm like, I've known him for a little bit. I haven't, when I came here, I of course I love going to parties, but I don't drink or stuff. I just like going to have fun.
Okay. So he told you that he wanted you to kidnap her, put her in a car, and go where?
Well, that was the part.
I know, but where? Where did he want you to take her?
At first, I was supposed to take her to that abandoned house. It was an abandoned house.
Did he send you an address or something so you knew where to go? Because you're not really from here, so you really wouldn't know how to get from.
It's somewhere close by Putnam Drive or Putnam something. It's Putnam something. It's an abandoned house.
Okay.
It's Putnam something, and I was supposed to go there, but I got nervous.
Okay.
And I didn't wind up putting her in a car.
Okay, so let's get back to that. So you had a stick from the trees. Walk me through, like, where was she coming from? How did you approach her? I mean,
I was in the woods with them, and after they said they were picking who it was.
Okay. So they told you
like
who it was?
they know the lady, but with timing and stuff, what I mean, like, don't get me wrong, like, her car is right here.
Where was her car parked by?
The building, let's say, okay, so pretend like this is, if you don't mind me standing up, this is the entrance here, right? So this is me standing in front of the entrance. You got the gas station on your right side, and the left side over, if you just, like, turn left and you just walk and then you turn left again, her car is right there on that side.
Okay, was it parked next to anything? Was it parked next to a tree or a light post or another car or, I mean...
It was another car there, but the lady that worked there left. She drove a red Nissan.
Okay, so what was she parked by?
That was the car that the red Nissan was parked by the Jeep.
Okay, so was there anything else in the parking lot?
No, because it was getting time for closing time, and that's when I was supposed to get her.
Okay, so they pointed her out. What was she walking to her car?
She was on her way to her car.
Okay.
And then they were like, "There she go get her."
Okay.
And at first, I didn't want to, like. After I dropped the stick, the dude hit me over, like, right here, which he was like, "If you don't do it, I'm gonna hurt you or your baby mama." Hunter kind of turned his back on me when I thought, we were close and I thought we were friends, but...
Okay. So you hit her with the stick once, twice,
I think
10 times?
I don't think it was more than 10. I don't know.
Huh?
I don't think it was more. I don't think it was 10.
Okay, so...
But I just know...
So what happened when you hit her with a stick?
Well, the lady fell.
Okay.
I wasn't gonna lie. was gonna call 911, but I did. In the day, I was still scared for my life.
Okay. So let's get back. So you hit her with a stick. Then what happened? Like, did she?
She fell right there on the door. I was supposed to put her in the back seat of the car.
Okay.
But didn't. I kind of got.
So how'd you get her keys from her?
I took the keys.
Where were they?
On the ground.
Okay.
She had them in her hand when she went to go out the car, and then the keys dropped.
Was she carrying anything?
I think she had some bags.
She had some bags with her?
I think so.
Okay. So you hit her with a stick, and that's it? You just hit her the 1 or 2 times? How many times do you think you hit her, if you had to guess?
No more than 5, probably.
No more than 5. So you only hit her with a stick. Did you punch her? Did you kick her? Did you, like, throw her? Okay, so you just hit her with a stick. She dropped down to the ground.
They wanted her alive.
Okay. So then you jumped in the car. You got the keys. You jumped in the car.
I pulled right there.
To the
behind Sam's.
Behind Sam's.
And that's when they got.
They jumped in the car.
And then the guy that was watching up closely.
So not Hunter. Was Hunter in the woods, or was he there?
Like, Hunter was in the woods, but I didn't know everybody else.
So how many people were there?
It was, well, do
So
you want to consider the guy that was working or no?
Well, so we got Hunter, right?
Hunter was in the car. If you don't consider the guy that was looking out and working.
So who's the guy that was working?
Black guy.
A black guy. You don't know who he was?
He was the watch. That was the watch.
No, I know, but you didn't. Do you know who he was? Did you ever meet him?
Through Hunter.
Through Hunter, but did you meet him face to face? Or did he just say, "I got a guy inside"?
Hunter. That's Hunter's crew.
Hunter's crew. I know, but what I'm saying is like me and you, like I can say that I've met you face to face.
Oh, you talking about in person, face to face? Like, no, I haven't.
So you never saw the guy that works inside of Sam's face to face. You just know that there was some guy in Sam's.
He's the one that works there. He's the one.
He was saying, "Hey, she's walking out of the store."
He gave them the signal when she was coming out.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay. So
that's the crew.
His crew.
Yeah, that's.
They have a name or something. Everybody's got a name nowadays.
Like, you talking about street name?
I mean something. You know, like all the crews that run around Tallahassee all got some type of name. You know.
Like I'm trying to figure out. Are you talking about their individual name?
No, like their group name.
Oh, the group name, the street name.
Yeah, the street name.
The street name. I don't really know it like that.
They didn't tell you what their street name is, or like.
I know they was.
I'm the Red Champion shirts. I'm just saying because you got a Red Champion shirt.
But
on,
no,
so
I know they're part of a gang though.
They're part of a gang. Okay. So and then you just hung out Monday and yesterday until.
Because I felt safe with him.
Okay.
And I didn't tell
Brendan?
him. Yeah, I didn't tell him. I should have told him, but I didn't want him to be involved in anything.
Okay.
So I kind of just kept it to myself, and he made me feel safe.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I did. They wound up jumping me one time.
Before all this.
I got a lot of scratches here.
Okay. When the attack happened with the lady, did she fight back at all, or she just? I mean, how old do you think she was?
I don't know. I probably guess she was like 58 or so.
Okay, but you said she was probably taller than you.
Mhm.
You're like 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah, I'm sure.
How much you weigh? You don't know.
But, boss, can you do me a favor though? Tell the lady I am sorry.
You are sorry.
I just didn't have a choice and I was scared.
Okay.
And to the family, please apologize to them for me. Like I said, it felt like I really didn't have a choice. Who knows if they were actually going to kill me or not.
Okay.
He was arrested shortly after, transferred from the Juvenile Assessment Center to the Leon County Detention Facility, and charged with attempted second-degree murder, armed carjacking, and fleeing an officer. Given the severity of the crime, he was tried as an adult. A second arrest came years later. Aaron Carter, accused of being the one who planned and orchestrated the attack, the man behind the hoodie, the mask, the deadline, the threat, was taken into custody and charged with conspiracy. Shakel's trial began in February 2024. Prosecutors laid out the evidence methodically. The jury deliberated for roughly 2 hours. That was all it took. On February 16, 2024, Shakel McClain was found guilty on all counts: attempted first-degree murder, armed carjacking with a deadly weapon, and fleeing or attempting to elude an officer. On April 3, 2024, he stood before Senior Circuit Judge William Gary for sentencing. He was 20 years old. The judge sentenced him to life in prison, with the possibility of review in 25 years. Assistant State Attorney Rachel Jankowski spoke after the verdict. She said she hoped it would bring the victim some peace. All she was doing was going to work that day, she said, and what happened to her shouldn't ever happen to anyone. She was right. It shouldn't have. Shakel McClain walked into that interrogation room at 17 years old with a story about apartments, Greyhound buses, Taco Bell transfers, and a baby on the way. He walked out of a courtroom 3 years later with a life sentence. The baby was due in May of 2022. The college never happened. The apartment never happened. The fresh start never happened. In the end, the most honest thing Shakel McClain ever said in that interrogation room wasn't a confession, wasn't an alibi, and wasn't a plea. It was 4 words, spoken alone to no one when he thought the camera had stopped mattering. It's happening all over again. Only this time, there was no group home to transfer to, no new city to disappear into, no Greyhound ticket out, just a courtroom, a gavel, and a life sentence for killing a woman who simply went to work.